Man, oh man. Today is the day that I'm going to contribute to the fire that Tom Aspinall enlightened months ago. Okay? Because this is getting out of hand, boys. This is really getting out of hand. Tom Aspinall needs to fight the current champion, and that is Jon Jones. I'm tired of these Jon Jones fans saying that he doesn't deserve the title. Brother, he is the interim champion. He does need to fight him to unify the belt. Because Jon Jones is not the undisputed champion without fighting the interim champion and unifying the belts. He's not the undisputed champion. And it's not even because he's the interim champion. He literally does deserve to fight for the belt. That is the only option. Look, but before I go any further, I would appreciate if you guys left a like, hit that sub button. I want to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year. Also, I'm going to be talking about UFC 317 a little bit, and I'm also going to show you a clip of Dana White talking about Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria fight, the DDP versus Khamzat fight, and obviously the Jon Jones and Aspinall fight. But first, I want to start off with this quote of Tom Aspinall's dad. He said, look, I'm just going to start off with the title. Tom Aspinall and his father are getting a bit frustrated waiting for Jon Jones, and this is what his father said. It's just a massive pain in the ass. Really, it would be really nice because he's a fighter. He's a fighter to have a fight, and this is living. You need to be making money from your living, especially while you're fit and healthy, rather than just sitting on your ass and just turning up for training all the time. And he's right, brothers. Brothers, he's right. We're getting tired of this, man. This fight should have been signed a long time ago, man. It should have been signed months ago. It should have been. But nah. Jon Jones doesn't want to do business with Tom Aspinall. Brother, what the freak do you mean you want to do business? You can't fight Alex anymore. Unless Jon Jones is, I guess, waiting for the Alex and Ilia fight in August to happen. Because that's when it's supposed to happen, in August. But I don't know if it's going to happen in August. But is he waiting for that to just tell the UFC that he doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall indefinitely and he wants a fight with Alex? If he does somehow beat Ilia, which I don't think he has a chance. Like, what is he doing? And can I say one thing? Do you guys know this? That if Tom Aspinall, let's say for example, next month or this month, they do sign the fight and Jon Jones decides to fight him after 6 months, because if you guys remember correctly, Jon Jones wants a 6-month camp to fight Tom Aspinall, if you guys remember correctly. So if he does decide to do that, guess what? We're going to be seeing him fight in a year in total. From the Stipe fight to the Tom Aspinall fight, it's going to be an entire year just to fight Tom Aspinall. And I don't think that's okay, man. And you know what I've been saying this entire time is that I think Jon Jones hates Tom Aspinall so much that he will make him wait until the UFC decides to do something and strip him. I swear to you on my life, I have that feeling right now. Jon Jones is a petty guy. He's a petty guy. I'm telling you. You guys might not think he's petty, but I'm telling you, he's petty like that. He would make Tom Aspinall wait just to make him wait. He literally would. He literally would. Just because he hates him. And it's a weird type of hate. It really is a weird type of hate. He hates Tom Aspinall for Tom Aspinall wanting to fight the champion of his division. Am I like, is that like such a bad thing to do? Calling out the champion while you're the interim champion? Is that such a bad thing? Is it really is? Oh my gosh, dude. I'm going to show you another rumor, and this rumor is actually getting bigger and bigger by the day. And I'm a little bit concerned because I did talk about this on one of my previous videos, that when Tom Aspinall said that he has a announcement coming soon or something like that, and his face didn't look very, very exciting. I don't know if they offered him like a Cyril Gane fight or something. Like, I don't know what they did, but he didn't look happy. It didn't look like he signed the John Jones fight type of happy. You know what I mean? Because if you're signing one of your biggest fights of all time, and you telling us that you have some fight news coming very, very soon, and you're not even, you know, a little smirk or anything, something went wrong. Something went wrong. And don't get me wrong, look, and this is the reason why I absolutely love the current MMA community, is because I'm gonna give you a great example. The Merab Dvalishvili, right? Merab, to us, he's the GOAT, and he only has one defense. And I absolutely love that about the MMA community, because people like John Jones making people like Tom Aspinall wait is absolutely disgraceful. And I absolutely love the MMA community for that. Like, understanding that even if the current champion doesn't give shots to the guy that does deserve it, if the guy that doesn't deserve it keeps fighting and keeps fighting, that still adds to his legacy, even though it wasn't a defense. And I absolutely love that about the current MMA community. Yeah. So this is a rumor right here. This is Din Thomas. He says, I think they convinced Tom Aspinall to fight Cyril Gane. I think if I had to put my money on it, I think that's the one, right? And I absolutely agree. I agree. I literally agree with this, because I don't see John Jones agreeing to the fight terms, because either he's gonna want too much money or he's gonna make Tom Aspinall wait too long. And I don't think the UFC wants this fight to be in 2026, which is what he's aiming for. On top of all the money that he's probably getting, then he wants a 6-month fight camp that they're definitely not going to give him. They're not going to give him that. This fight, Tom Aspinall versus Jones, is dying as we speak, little by little. It really, really is. Little by little is dying, man. And it's so shameful, brothers. It is so shameful, man. It is so shameful. Look, I'm gonna move on to the UFC 317 not getting announced. Like, look at this. Where the hell is UFC 317? I thought we were gonna get the news last week. I thought we were gonna get the news this week. It's Thursday. I mean, we can still get it. But tomorrow, we have a massive boxing fight. And Saturday, Canelo's fighting, even though, you know what's crazy? I actually didn't know Canelo was fighting Saturday. But I didn't know that Ryan Garcia and the boxer that David Haney are fighting tomorrow. That's so weird. I would expect me to know that Canelo's fighting tomorrow. But look, that's besides the point. There's 2 huge fights tomorrow. I don't know if Dana White will do like a live, or I don't know, they will announce it in those 2 days, even though there's huge fights. I don't know. But look, man, it's not looking good. We're only a few months away from UFC 317, and the only fight that I guess can happen is the Ilia versus Islam Makhachev fight. Because, you know what, I'm just gonna let Dana White speak. I'm gonna just show you guys the clip real quick. Here it is. Watch this.
We all know that fight's happening. The Plessis versus Khamzat fight. It's happening. It's just not happening in International Fight Week. That fight's done.
Ilia versus Islam.
He confirmed that DDP and Khamzat Chimaev are not fighting UFC 317. So now look at Ilia versus Islam. Look at his response.
We'll see.
Okay.
You know, I actually like this kind of response, because he's actually smirking a little bit. You know, it seems like it's 317. It might be not, but I feel like this is leaning his smirk, dude. It just seems like it is, but obviously it's not confirmed, so I don't know.
See how it plays out.
The other big one is obviously John versus Tom Aspinall. This week was a funny one. Someone reported that the fight's done, it's got a date. Then the next day, someone reported the fight's off.
And when he said this is a funny one, is because I'm pretty sure he's talking about Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen uploaded a video one day saying that the fight was already on, it's happening, and then the next day he said that it was off, and he's actually fighting Cyril Gane. And for some reason, the media outlets, and when I say the media outlets, I'm talking about the big MMA posters. They posted Chael Sonnen's both of his how do I say this? Both of his announcements, I guess, saying that the Tom Aspinall versus Jones was on, and then the next day they posted him saying that it was off and Cyril Gane was on. Like it was so weird. Like we were, I don't know, but yeah, a lot of people were so mad at Chael Sonnen for that, but whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what he's hinting at, though.
Where do we stand with that fight?
Everything you hear is bullshit until we say it.
So that fight is still the target for both men.
I've said it many times.
Look at this.
That's the fight that we want to make this year.
Look at that. He's grabbing the cup. A little bit of, it looks like he's lying a little bit. Look, I understand the conversations of the negotiations of this fight are obviously going bad. Because if they were going good, even we would have gotten something from Tom Aspinall. I'll tell you that right now. And him doing that little gesture he just did, grabbing the cup, getting a little tense, getting a little nervous. He doesn't want the reporter to ask more questions. He doesn't want to slip up anymore. I'm telling you, this fight, the negotiations are not going well. Jon Jones looks like he's doing the impossible. The impossible. Or the most possible for him not to sign this fight. Don't understand, brothers. I just don't understand. Just fight this guy and retire. Or just retire, vacate the belt, and let Tom Aspinall be champion. It's that easy, no? It really is that easy. And I think he's just so petty that he's just making Tom Aspinall wait until he just retires and doesn't even fight him. I promise you, he would do that. He is that petty, boys. I'm telling you. But that's going to be it for my rant on Jon Jones. I might probably, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Every time I talk about Jon Jones, my head hurts a little bit. Every single time, man. Because this is just getting out of hand. Plainly ducking, and no one's talking about this. Like, it's not, I mean, people are talking about this, but they're not making it as big as a deal as it actually is. He's plainly ducking him, brothers. Plainly. But man, let me know what you think in the comment section. I would appreciate it if you guys left a like. It's free. It takes half a second. Also, hit that sub button. I've probably said this a million times already, but I want to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year. I would appreciate it a lot. And with that being said, I'll probably see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.